Hello, my name is Daphne Laketsos, and I'll be narrating the project curated by myself, Colby Ryan, and Madison Howard. The campaign we chose is called It Gets Better. It was created in 2010 by Dan Savage, a journalist, author, and activist for the LGBTQ community. Following the deaths of Billy Lucas, Tyler Clementi, and other teens bullied for being gay, It Gets Better hoped to address a number of problems. Isolation of young members of the LGBTQ community leading to depression, marginalization, and suicide. Young members of the LGBTQ community living in silence or secrecy due to fear of hate or exclusion. Staying silent and internalizing personal experience of discovering one's sexuality. The mission of It Gets Better is to uplift, empower, and connect lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender youth around the globe. A statistic from the Human Rights Campaign states that 4 out of every 10 LGBTQ youth say they live in a community that is not accepting of LGBTQ people, further justifying the need for a campaign like It Gets Better. A quote that the campaign often used to preach their mission is as follows. Growing up isn't easy, especially when you're trying to affirm and assert your sexual orientation and/or gender identity. It can be a challenging and isolating process, but the good news is no one has to do it alone. This quote was intended to assert empowerment as well as unity. It Gets Better desired to unite LGBTQ youth and allies through the power of storytelling. The campaign wanted the relatable nature of storytelling to empower youth and remind them that they aren't alone. It Gets Better also aimed to spread awareness of anti-LGBTQ attitudes to help combat them collectively. Power in numbers and being a united front against hate was the avenue to effect change. The campaign hoped that this unified feeling would uplift struggling members of the LGBTQ community and inspire them to keep smiling and look toward a better time. The intended audience of this campaign was lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender youth, as well as allies around the world. This is a video made by Dan Savage and his husband Terry Miller that sparked the inspiration for the movement. Though I'll not play the video now in the interest of time, I do encourage you to watch it after the presentation. Storytelling is a powerful tool for effecting change. Savage and Miller wanted to promote unity by spreading stories of LGBTQ youth all over the globe. They hoped that by showing that it got better for them, other LGBTQ youth would have faith that their situations would improve. It Gets Better eventually evolved into a massive multimedia effort focused on providing LGBTQ youth with inspiring media programming, a growing network of international affiliates, and access to an arsenal of community-based service providers. The campaign garnered nationwide attention with over 60,000 people sharing their own stories and over 600,000 individuals pledging to help the It Gets Better campaign. Even some politicians like Barack Obama got involved to help catalyze the movement. A quote by Calvin Stowell epitomizes the intended goal of the campaign. Quote, "Growing up, I never had someone to confide in. Now these teenagers do. I can't even articulate how much this campaign has ended up meaning to me." Though the campaign was popular amongst the general public, its impact is disputed by media and communication scholars. The false promise of a better life can be misleading to LGBTQ youth. Additionally, the term better is ambiguous and vague. The campaign is intended to help depressed or suicidal youth. While it is working to provide tools and resources to create safer schools, it is not designed for LGBTQ teens who are in a state of crisis. This campaign permitted the LGBTQ youth and others all over the world to hear and see messages of support for those who are struggling with thoughts of suicide to reach out for help and make it through another day. However, the campaign brought about another viewpoint. If we keep telling suicidal people that their situation will, quote, get better without actually taking any steps to improve it, if we don't provide support and medical care for people with depression, if we don't help people who are being abused to find a safe place, if we don't make sure that the systematic community-wide abuse of LGBTQ youth is eliminated, then belief alone can wear thin. The campaign lacked the ability to empower youth to love themselves as they are and take control of their current situation. So though the message was positive and the intent to help was there, It Gets Better did not fully achieve the impact on the youth that it was designed to accomplish. Thanks for listening.